Welcome back to the Myth series in depth. Thank goodness we are out of the Tane. It was getting a bit claustrophobic in there. In this mission, Sons of Myrgard, we will be helping the dwarves to take back some of their homeland from the ghouls. There is a new unit called a Pathfinder in this mission. Here's the journal for this mission.
Sunday, May 23rd, near Myrgard. I think Soulblighter lost his nerve when the Tane shattered. To him, only a few seconds passed between the invocation of the thing and its sudden destruction, while it took us 2 days to escape the caves inside it. Anyway, he didn't stick around to figure out what went wrong. Messengers reached us today saying that Myrgard had lost Myrgard, and that the deceiver crossed the mountains at the Stair of Grief. Worst of all, what's left of the Nine had it out with the head, which had apparently been double-crossing them ever since they pulled it out of the ground last summer. Something like a civil war erupted back west too, as thousands of our own men unexpectedly rose to defend the head. 2 of the 9 were killed, which makes them something like the 3 now, if you also subtract Myrgard and Roy, who did not escape the destruction of the Tane, and the others who have died this year. The only good news is that Ulrich is still alive and will join us tomorrow. This far east, the dwarves with us are closer to their occupied homelands than any of their race has been in 50 years. Not expecting to return, many of them have decided to give up their lives rather than abandon their country once again to the ghouls who have overrun it. What follows is their story.
Once again, the dates in this journal are messed up. Forest Start was on Tuesday, May 19th, which would make May 23rd a Saturday and not a Sunday. The next mission is also Tuesday, May 24th, which doesn't fit with this mission or Forest Start. Who knows which day it is anymore? We could blame Bungie and say they screwed up here, or we could say it was intentional and the journal writer is terrible with dates. Remember the windscreen from the Forest Start mission that showed the forest giant grabbing the Tane and the Legion walking away? Makes sense because it was only a few seconds after we saw Soulblighter capture the Legion with the Tane. After they escaped the Tane, Soulblighter probably turned into a flock of crows and flew away right away. He probably left because he was startled and also because the Tane was no more use to him since it was destroyed. I have no idea how the Legion would have known that they were inside the Tane for 2 days. Without sunlight, watch, or phone, how in the world can you tell time? Perhaps Bungie made a mistake in this one, or perhaps they just went off the number of times they had to take a night's rest. The Dark has control of the passes through the Cloud Spine now, so the province is in big trouble, not to mention that they are fighting themselves. As I mentioned back in the Forest Start mission, the Watcher must have been chasing the Deceiver for a while now after he beat his army back at 7 Gates. The Head has started a civil war within the province. Notice how the journal says that thousands of our own men unexpectedly rose to defend the Head. It sounds like there was little to no warning signs that the men would aid the Head and turn on the Nine and the province. There is a journal image on the disc that doesn't appear in the game that shows the Head with a couple warriors. Take a look at the warriors' eyes. They sort of look like the eyes from the soldiers in the cutscene for Shadow of the Mountain, where the warriors were controlled by the Deceiver's magic. Perhaps the Head used the same sort of magic to control the soldiers and start a civil war within the province. Does this mean there is some sort of relationship between the Head and the Deceiver? The journal says that there are about 3 of the 9 left. Here's a quick summary of the 9 and where they are at this point. Ulrich is still alive and with the Legion east of the Cloud Spine. He is an important part of the story and we discussed him quite a bit already, so I won't go over that again. We don't know much about Roy or anything he did other than he was lost with the destruction of the Tane. Myrgard also passed away with the destruction of the Tane. He is important because he helped the Legion escape from the Tane by destroying it. Myrgard also helped the group of the Legion that he was with navigate through the traps within the Tane to find the exit. Maldon was the one the Legion had in the Total Codex to after retrieving it from Covenant. There is a warrior flavor text that talks about his ongoings before the game begins. Malden's only words on returning exhausted to Tyr from a long campaign in the east to find half the city burning after a raid by pirates from leaks were "Show me the way to the leaks." Malden defended Bagrada while Rabikin had defended Seven Gates earlier in the war. This was when we did the snow mission with the Trow. After Rabikin had lost the Seven Gates Pass, Malden attacked the Watcher's troops from the rear and retook the Seven Gates Pass. Malden must have returned to Bagrada, and now the Dark has pushed through and captured that. The Myth 2 Soulblighter manual says he was severely wounded within the battle for Bagrada, so he did not die there. It is safe to assume that Malden, one of the Nine, is still alive at this point. Rabikin is the one who defeated Shiver earlier. Check back at the comic covering this that I covered in the mission Homecoming for more info on that. He held Seven Gates against the Dark while Malden held Bagrada and was successful at first. Rabikin was attacked by the Watcher from the rear while Tharsis erupted at the same time, and this put him in a terrible situation in which he was surrounded and killed. The rest of the Nine are not mentioned by name. Those still alive at this point are Ulrich, Malden, and one unnamed Avatara. The dwarves' hatred for the Gauls go way back, so this is an important mission for them. They plan to retake some of the land they had lost 50 years ago to the Gauls. There is another journal image that shows some of the dwarves getting into some air balloons, prepping for the mission. That is right, we are going to be using Dwarven paratroopers. Here is a cutscene for the mission.
I wish Balin would hurry up.
In the cutscene, you can hear the dwarf in the air balloon swaying in the wind. He has a tattoo on his arm that is a symbol for the Dwarven paratroopers. It looks like a hammer with wings, which fits them very well. Supposedly, this symbol also appears in Bungie's previous first-person shooter game called Marathon, though I have not played the game, so I can't vouch for that. The dwarf says that he wishes Balin would hurry up. In the mission, we will be controlling Balin, and he will be calling in the paratroopers from below by signaling a landing spot for them. Balin is a new unit in this mission called Dwarven Pathfinder. Remember, Balin was mentioned a couple of missions ago in Heart of Stone, in which near the start of the mission they said, "Where is Balin when you need him?"
Where's Balin when you need him?
Balin can throw grenades farther and faster than his peers. His grenades are also never dodged, which is very nice. In the mission, he will start out as invisible. Lore-wise, I don't believe that he is actually invisible, but this is Bungie's way of demonstrating that he is sneaking around until he signals for the paratroopers. Now let's start the mission. You are invisible. The enemy can't see you, but they can hear you. Sneak past the Solus at the gate and throw your signal grenade with a special ability key to call in reinforcements. Then kill all the Gauls you can find. Alright, so here's Balin. He's the Dwarven Pathfinder. He is extremely strong. So you start off kind of in this kind of like marsh area. Balin must have snuck in here. You gotta trek across this land. Now there's Gauls going all over the place. So the easiest way is to kind of go around to the right. But I want to show you something.
Move here, move
Is
there.
if you're in this water, they can see it, right? So they'll come find you. See, he knew where I was because he could see the water. And then if you're getting attacked, you know, sometimes you can, if they're chasing you, you can choose him to attack the ground so that he'll still throw it even though they're right in front of him, and he'll hurt himself and kill a bunch of Gauls. But anyways, so let's do that again. Sometimes when they hear you also, they'll like go and like start attacking thin air, and it's actually quite hilarious. Maybe we can get one of them to do it.
Okay. Okay. Yes, sir.
Because they like, no, I heard something.
Okay.
And they'll think, I don't know if they like know there might be they think there might be a visible guy or something, but yeah. But anyways, you can just sneak around here and just be careful around here because a lot. Oh, I have not seen a Gaul go over there.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, I didn't practice a lot of times because this was working almost every time.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Alright, we'll just kind of... It's something you notice, like, if you just listen, right? It kind of sounds like staticky. It's supposed to be like ambient noise, but for some reason I just feel like the ambient noise on this mission is just static. I'll let you listen for a little bit.
Move here, move there. Make up your mind. Make up your mind.
And I am getting bad luck. But anyways, you know what I mean? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
When I practiced, I got through here almost every time, and now I'm struggling, so whatever.
Yes. Move here.
Let's just save it here. We're gonna get through this. This is like an easiest part of the level. I went too fast. That was dumb of me.
Move here.
If you're near them and you're walking, they'll hear you,
Yes, sir.
just like the description of the level said.
Yes.
If I slow it down, it makes it easier too.
Okay.
Okay, then you get to the
Make up your
gates. We'll
mind.
just save it just because.
Move here, move there. Yes. Yes.
Just gonna wait
sir.
till this to the side. So these guys,
Make
it
up
seems
your
like if you walk like right next to them, they can't hear you. So you just kind of
Yes.
hug this side, you'll be fine. So let's show you something. So you can like, let me show you this. Like you can walk like right around these soulless, and they like don't even care. Like they don't hear you or anything. However, if you do go in front of one of these patrols, like let's say you go like right here in front of this patrol, and he like walks into you, he will see you. So just keep that in mind. Okay.
Yes.
And then once you get up here, you can throw your little signal grenade to call for the paratroopers. But I want to show you something.
Yes, sir. Move
Is
here, move
There's
there.
certain spots. This is not the only one. Okay, so how this works is basically, stop it. So basically, there's certain spots. Like if you look at the level editor, there's going to be doors all over this place up here, and they're all like invisible. So there's always gonna. So if you throw, you know, your little signal grenade, all of them with a certain radius of that are gonna parachute down. So they're like for example, there's one on the map like right here that will die. I'll show it to you. Like so, no matter where you throw it around here, he's always gonna fall and die in that same spot, right? Because that's where he is placed on the map. And like there's maybe a few out here somewhere, right? I don't know that they're actually right here. I'm just saying figuratively, because I didn't like memorize where they all fall. But they're always gonna fall in the same spot as long as they're within a certain radius. So you can't get them all to fall, and so
Yes, sir.
yeah. Anyways, so but I want to show you this one because I want to show you. This isn't the way I want to do this, or I recommend doing this, but I want to show you this paratrooper fall. So like, see like there, there he is. So like you see all these guys, you throw that with a special key, and all these guys will come down with their parachutes, right? But then there's this guy, you know, and he just kind of, you know, he just kind of comes down and, you know, splat, he's dead. So if you beat the mission like that and don't lose any of these guys, you'll be fine. But okay, soon as you land, right, all these goals are going to be coming from all the directions. These soulless will be coming. So you're basically going to get surrounded, and this is honestly a hard way to do this level because it's hard with all these units everywhere to protect them. So that is not how we're going to do the level. So, and then there's another thing, is if you don't call for the, well, actually I can show you that later. So, the way I would recommend doing this level is bring
Yes, sir.
Balin over here, because Balin's a badass, and his grenades are so powerful that we can kill all these units that rush us when we become visible, like just with Balin.
Move here,
That's how
move there.
badass Balin is. And by the way, that one where over here where the door fell and like died, that is not the only one. There's multiple spots like that. So like clearly, you know, Bungie made that on purpose with an intent. But anyways, so let's make them visible, and then all these soulless are gonna come. We're gonna have to deal with all these soulless, and we'll have a few goals come we'll have to deal with. So we can kind of become visible.
Yes.
and kind of come over here because what we wanted to do is we want all the soulless to get stuck down here. So they'll hurt us.
Make up your mind.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
See, look at his like angle. Like he throws it like a baseball, like right at him.
Make up your mind.
Whereas the other dwarves, you know, throw it up high.
Burn! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
So you gotta be careful of these goals coming.
Make up your mind. Okay. Make up your
See, look at his aim, and they always explode. So like Balin is amazing. The goals are no problem for him. He has so much range. He is truly a hero. Something else you might not notice, you'll see him when I call in the dwarves, but like he's like taller than all the other dwarves. Alright, so let's speed up a little bit, see if anyone else comes. That might be all of them. Okay, I think that's all of them. Yep, that's it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that's it. So you see how easy that was? So now we can call in paratroopers and shill, but we're not going to do that yet
Make up
because I want to show you something else. Oh,
Yes, sir.
there's this soulless that's patrolling around.
Move here, move there. Burn! Make up your mind.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go explore over
Make
here.
up your mind. Yes, sir.
As long as you catch these goals while they're coming,
Make up your
no big issue. My biggest thing is why I probably will die is I speed it up. Okay, so here's a bunch of goals playing with some dummies. You know, they're practicing or something.
Yes, sir. Oh, yes. Okay.
We can blow them up ourselves.
Move here, move there. Yes.
So it's like this is like kind of a practice field for the dummies. They got some whites out here. So you know they got some explosives. That's kind of fun.
Make up your mind.
Okay, so and like there's this kind of like whitish terrain which is where you're supposed to call for the dwarves, right? But if you come over here, like this is like you're supposed to call for them over here in this kind of like big area on the map. And then you're supposed to go through here, which is to the right. It's like over here. And this is like where you're supposed to go after you call for help. So if you come over here beforehand, you'll say this.
Wait for backup.
He says, maybe I should wait for backup. And then he automatically just moves. So like I didn't click over here. He's just moving on his own. And then he'll stop. Right there.
Yes,
So but you can just go through and ignore that. So, and if you do this, the game kind of breaks a little bit. So like you see this goals, like they have no AI.
Make up your mind.
And there's supposed to be like goals coming out of these caves, but they don't come out because the AI is like broken. Like
Yes,
watch.
sir.
Let's see if I go near him. Okay, if I go near him, they do fight back, but because Balin has so much range, we don't gotta go near him.
Yes.
I wasn't sure myself if he would attack back or not. So you see, that was some white parts, so I just blow those up. But like, see, these guys won't even respond because they have no AI.
Yes. Make up your mind.
Their AI is
Okay.
broken,
Yes, sir.
so we can go ahead and like easily get some free kills.
Yes, sir.
Oh, maybe these guys will attack us.
Catch.
Oh well, oops, I screwed up. I didn't expect them to actually attack back.
Yes.
Okay, maybe those guys do have some AI. Maybe I
Move here. Move
maybe
there.
I messed that up.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Move here. Move there. Yeah. Yes.
They still don't like respond the same way.
Yes, sir. Burn. Move
Look at that range, like, man. He was a baseball pitcher in a former life. Not that I don't even really like baseball, but maybe he's like, you know,
Okay.
he's like the Dwarven Peyton Manning or something, you know.
Yes, sir. Make up your mind. Okay.
So we're just gonna kill all these
Okay.
defenseless
Yes.
ghouls.
Make up your mind. Yes, sir. Catch. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Move here, move there.
Is that's not actually all of them because more come out of the caves, but these ghouls should respawn.
Move here,
Oh,
move there.
accidentally misclicked him.
Look out.
That's what happens.
Move there.
That's how I usually die. Is
For backup.
he comes over here and says maybe I should wait for backup again.
Yes. Okay.
We're just killing now for fun, really. Like I really don't have to kill these guys.
Move there. Yes. Yeah. Yes, sir. Make up your mind.
Some of these guys kind of run around and won't really attack you.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? I didn't really think about
Okay.
this. Let's see if this works. Cause there's some soulless up here.
Yes,
Like these
sir.
are like white parts, right? So they're kind of like, I don't know. They will explode kind of like whites will. Like that. So, but there's actually some soulless up here, and I didn't think about this when I was practicing. But I bet, because normally you don't even have to kill these soulless, you can just ignore them. They also have some practice dummies.
Move here, move there.
So obviously for the dark, this is
Okay.
kind of like some kind of
Make
like
up your mind.
weapons
Yes,
holding
sir.
area with, you know, it's like a
Yes.
prepping for battle kind of area.
Okay.
At least that's what they turned
Make
it
up
into.
your mind.
So let's,
Yes,
we
sir.
didn't even think about this, but we could easily
Move
just,
there,
you know,
move
kill
there.
all these soulless by bringing them in
Move
here.
here, move there.
Goodbye.
Okay.
You know, might as well kill him. You know, why not?
Move here, move there.
He already has 52 kills.
Make up your mind.
You could
Yes.
kill these target dummies for no apparent reason.
Yes. Move here.
There's also
move
one,
there.
I think, dwarf that will like land on one of these
Like a
rocks if you throw the signal grenade over here.
Yes.
Actually, we could do that. We can throw this signal grenade anywhere, so we might as well throw it here.
Okay.
You can see, I think it's one of these. Now, something else that's funny about this signal grenade is that you can pick it up and throw it again. Oh, it's there.
Make
See,
up-
but that line is actually not,
Okay.
it's not unpassable actually.
Yeah.
So there's some where they'll die apparently that isn't even unpassable.
Make up your mind.
So now, look, we're in no rush. You know, you see how easy that was? No rush, you know.
What now?
We got 10 dwarves. I don't know if there's anywhere... I think if I placed it on that mountain where I first placed it, where the... Actually, let's put him on one, and these guys are on two. See how much bigger he is than all of them? He just is like scaled up or something.
Yes, sir. Make up your mind.
So now we can go over here.
Yes, sir.
Really, all these other dwarves, like,
Move here.
just
move
make
there.
our job tougher. It's easier just to use this one dwarf, in my opinion.
Okay.
So now,
Yes.
ghouls are going to start coming out of these caves. We can easily
Yes.
use Balin to kill
Okay.
them. So hello, ghouls.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's it. So we'll keep our doors back a little bit and let Balin kill everything. So we want to come over here because the exit to the mission is actually over here. Well, the secret exit.
Burn.
Because he throws his grenade so far, the white is no problem.
Idiot. Okay.
Yep. Sometimes that can save you attacking the ground like that. So here's the end of the mission. So this is the secret way to end the mission. So if you come in here, this is the secret way.
Sir. Cash. Yeah.
Why is it not ending the mission? Is it because...
Okay.
Oh, there it goes. So that's a secret exit. That will get you to the secret mission on the next mission. So, you know, Balin killed everything. Oh, and something else I didn't show off is Balin has this little special drop he can do.
Okay.
So, and it's like an artillery strike.
Move it.
So you get that after you call in the dwarves, you can get that. The windscreen for this mission shows a dwarf, who is presumably Balin, prepping a grenade to throw at a goal. We only see the shadow of the goal. The last screen shows the decapitated heads of dwarves and one of the dwarves tied up to a post. Things did not go well at all now, did they? That is all for this mission. See you next time in the bonus mission called A Long-Awaited Party.